Good morning. I'm Lulu Friesdat. I'm an independent journalist and a documentary filmmaker. Recounts of the 2016 presidential race are starting at 9 a.m. this morning in many Wisconsin counties. They're rushing to meet the December 13th deadline to complete the recount that was requested and paid for by Jill Stein, the Green Party candidate for president. Hillary Clinton, the Democratic presidential candidate, is participating in the recount. Based on a judge's decision, it is up to the counties to decide whether to do a hand recount or a machine count. According to a representative from Wisconsin Election Integrity, if the counties choose to do a machine count, they must program the machine to read only the race being recounted, and the machine must also be tested. Because those requirements are challenging, many counties are choosing to do a hand count. Of the 4 counties I spoke to, only one, Brown County, is planning to use a machine to count some of its almost 129,000 votes. The machine they'll be using will be delivered today by ES&S, the vendor that sells the machine, and then programmed and tested by an ES&S representative. In the meantime, they'll count some of their smaller municipalities by hand. According to Steve Rosenfeld, who was reporting on Alternet, a half-dozen of the nation's top computer scientists filed affidavits in support of hand-counting the ballots. Those experts included Harry Hursty, who famously hacked voting machines in the documentary Hacking Democracy. Hursty wrote in his affidavit, "Optical scan machines can be hacked in a manner that changes election results, and such an attack would likely go undetected during normal pre- and post-election testing." He continued, "If the scanners are hacked, using them as part of the recount process is likely to result in the same fraudulent election outcome." The judge at the hearing implied that she personally would prefer that the votes be counted by hand. According to Reuters, Dane County Circuit Judge Valerie Bailey Wrinn said Stein's lawsuit fell short of Wisconsin's legal standard to ban use of ballot machines in a recount. She said, "I follow the law, that's who I am, despite my personal opinions. It's the county's decision. It's their discretion. I may disagree with it, but I must follow the law." That creates a question as to whether there are Wisconsin election laws that need to be examined and possibly changed, since the current law does not seem to allow the judge to make the ruling she deems best. One of the counties I talked to, Winnebago County, said they need to be finished with the count by 8 p.m. on December 12th. They're going to start with a hand count, and if they run out of time, they will switch to a machine. Julie Barthels was the representative I spoke with there. She said they had over 88,000 ballots to count. She said the most they had done previously was 49,000, and it took them 9 days to do that election. That was several years ago, I believe in 2011. Problematic chain of custody issues were present in at least 2 of the counties that I contacted. Sauk County keeps the ballots in a locked room with 1 key. The clerk and all members of her 3-person staff have access to that key, so the ballots could be accessed at any time. Winnebago County has a similar protocol where the entire staff has access to the key. A more secure system would be the one they use in Columbia County, New York. I'm familiar with it because I've interviewed the Democratic commissioner there, Virginia Martin. In Columbia County, New York, they keep the ballots in a room that requires 2 keys to open it. The Democratic and Republican commissioner each have a copy of their key, and it requires both of them to open the room and access the ballots. That is secure chain of custody. And what I've heard described in Wisconsin so far is not. Other states may be facing similar recount scenarios. In addition to Wisconsin, Stein is seeking recounts in Michigan and Pennsylvania. Rocky De La Fuente, the Reform Party candidate, has filed for a recount in some counties in Nevada where Clinton won, and he said he will seek recounts in Florida as well. I'll be heading to Green Bay, Wisconsin this morning to cover the recount in Brown County, and then from there I may, if I have time, go to other counties. I'll also be interviewing some election integrity experts while I'm there. I'm Lulu Friesdat. I'm an independent journalist and documentary filmmaker, as I said. Please feel free to share this report. Follow me on Twitter @Lulu Friesdat, and check back for more coverage. Thanks.